Monka no credit special prosecutor say adwuma no ohun so. Ohun so. Adwuma na oye no ohun so. Na enya chiwade na enya fere so say ye de adwuma ma na ohun so na wa be resign. Enya fere. Enya fere. Oh, hwe. Ye o mam ha say na special prosecutor be ka kire say Kissi Agyabeng ma Mrs. Agyabeng ne so kromfo wo hu bi da na ma mi say koye ba ye makosi sesika makoye sei makoye den ekowie sen ekowie sen special prosecutor enti special prosecutor o pesa o kire say enrei a obegina ha o yes press conference na wo hu say Ken Ofori-Atta wedi Ghana bone. Is that what you are saying? Say Ken Ofori-Atta wedi Ghana bone. Abba. Special prosecutor. O say tinura enra Wednesday on. Tinura Wednesday. And a special prosecutor who say Ken Ofori-Atta waye Ghana bone a ebi mada. Kwajo mongogre a fugitive. One a fugitive mongogre mame. There be member po there. There monfa Google a offense definition of a fugitive monfa bremen. I mean kind of has this and they say special prosecutor special prosecutor say when you pass empire mo adwuma say we special prosecutor over prosecuting go for. There are few questions you need to answer. Say be Ghana for be for serious. Now the end the otunte adwuma no hu so adwuma no ntimi nye. Special prosecutor, den na La Bianca case went me near Chilankwanku. What happened in that La Bianca case? We want to know. Ghanaians deserve to know that. Catch it and they see it was a La Bianca case done also we investigation. And they see me you know. Since the other case na na go when masi. Dey buy. Special prosecutor save Ghana football for be ma document extra corruption e cause Ghana Football Association den na ebesin ne enne no pay amene wo ka say wontimi acknowledge impo say save Ghana football for a petition about Ghana Football Association den na see den na wo ho a ketokreku de won pese oba investigate no let Ghanaians know den na wo ho a ketokreku de won special prosecutor won pese oba investigate no case no opeke no what you su opeke no what you su opeke no what you su o ka say say special prosecutor ho say special prosecutor o say o investigate hwan Ken Ofori-Atta on the cathedral SML and the bibika ho cathedral mre ye tu ye ne na Ajapade ya asemo a wo kan say Ajapade we den e na wo say Ajapade we see ECG aye de sane ma ya wo kan nyina Ofori-Atta ya na president Kufuor pese obe change no eja ode amememfen yes say mayi na free ho na kono ogina kwanti akra say bro 1 year ode amina ramba mro endu 1 year nti afianza no wahu say Ken Ofori-Atta waye niema esese wo hwehwe no anya bia wo a special prosecutor ye bisa wo say every da ben na wo be doctor organa ha wo na wo kire time obi hu ato no I mean ya mo ma hem for politics in say o man no ora Kissi Agyabeng me pese me bisa wa no pay say anya bia Ken Ofori-Atta on tro let emre wo say o yare no ko hospital ana is that also not allowed in law o fi da ben na wo ba be doctor e na wo kire da obi yare ene da obi hu ato no fi da ben cathedral afianza no hu say Ken Ofori-Atta bogana ka afianza no hu say GRE o makwa ko sign contract afi no hu say Ajapade bibi wo ho afi no hu say ECG e wo deal wo ho look spare us all these things spare us oh special prosecutor no abe organize press conference no abe show TV so no ko bisa ho pa say e free say wo be special prosecutor adwuma Ghana de share wonsa eniema ye de ama wo say fa ye adwuma e ka ya bo wo ho ene mfaso Ghana enya free so just oppose it ni ehunu hey me say that me call special prosecutor office and I'm say hey am avoid to me kroma president crown office enya serious sir president mbo office enya serious sir police for wa ha soldier for wa ha I'm say adan kanda ha cry ye be we oh radical Christ look Ken Ofori-Atta or any problem. Ken Ofori-Atta nyen ye fence and new sem say and I nye suma sem say Ken Ofori-Atta de ni hu ahi pa ukruma ni hu ahi obia nim say Ken Ofori-Atta na djuma oye de anso ani ba mo amu train na nyame dom mo na mutimi sua amra no munnim yie say sebe mre no mu no wudifo mpo wudifo the court to cross we wudini no emra ne say man kwan na onfa lawyer of onwane choice no megina ontwetwa nye no so onya sika mfa lawyer oman no man lawyer meboa enye sa na momra ne kire mo ti de no a obegina ho yin faso be ne woso de no a obegina ho a we special prosecutor faso be ne woso so we serious don't pick and choose cases case bia abeba wanim bia no de akire ni ehu so we serious self person fight corruption na nya de o ye no please spare us.
Contractual arrangements between Strategic Mobilization Ghana Limited and the Ghana Revenue Authority for the stated objective of the enhancement of revenue assurance in the downstream petroleum sector, upstream petroleum production, and minerals and metals resources value chain. 2. Termination of a distribution, loss reduction, and associated network improvement project contract between the Electricity Company of Ghana Limited and Beijing's Yaw Kesseh Technology BXC. 3. Procurement of contractors and materials and activities and payments in respect of the National Cathedral project. 4. Activities and payments in respect of a contract awarded by the Ministry of Health, initially commenced by the Ministry for Special Development Initiatives to Service Ghana Auto Group Limited for purchases and after-sales service and maintenance of 307 Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 305 CDI ambulances for the National Ambulance Service. And 5. Payments out of and utilization of the tax refund account of Ghana Revenue Authority. Ladies and gentlemen of the media, the fugitive's name is Kenneth Ofori-Atta. Mr. Ofori-Atta is 66 years old. He was the Minister of Finance of the Republic between 2017 and 2024. Mr. Ofori-Atta left the jurisdiction on or around 2 January 2025. On 24 January 2025, the OSP communicated to Mr. Ofori-Atta that the OSP considered him a suspect in respect of 4 of the cases described above. Mr. Ofori-Atta was directed to attend in person the OSP on Monday, 10 February 2025 at 10 GMT for interview. By communication dated 31 January 2025, Mr. Ofori-Atta instructed his lawyers to inform the OSP that he was out of the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds, and that the firm will notify the OSP of his arrival in the country in aid of rescheduling his personal attendance at the OSP. Further, the firm offered its willingness to provide the OSP with any information the OSP may require to aid in the investigation until his arrival in the country. Then on 5 February 2025, the OSP responded to Mr. Ofori-Atta, copied to his lawyers, that the OSP did not need or require notification from his lawyers of his arrival in the jurisdiction. The OSP acknowledged Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers' gracious offer to provide the OSP with information in aid of the investigation. However, and this is important, the OSP insisted that Mr. Ofori-Atta's personal attendance at the OSP was required. After all, the lawyers are not under investigation. I don't need lawyers to answer questions on your behalf when you are being investigated. The OSP declined Mr. Ofori-Atta's request to be away from the jurisdiction indefinitely on medical grounds on his say-so. Consequently, the OSP directed Mr. Ofori-Atta to indicate by close of business on Monday, 10 February 2025, a reasonable date of his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP. The OSP warned Mr. Ofori-Atta that if he failed so to do, the OSP would take all necessary legal steps to secure his return to the jurisdiction and attendance at the OSP at our own choosing. Subsequently, by a communication dated 10 February 2025, that is just Monday, Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers transmitted to the OSP a generic letter procured by Mr. Ofori-Atta purporting to be from a doctor in a foreign jurisdiction, stating that Mr. Ofori-Atta had been seen and evaluated and that he was undergoing further testing and management and possible surgical intervention at an indicated future time. And further, that his medical condition necessitates that he will stay and follow up on his appointments. On account of this purported medical letter, Mr. Ofori-Atta's lawyers prayed that the attendance in person of Mr. Ofori-Atta at the OSP should be fixed, taking into account the medical report from his doctors.